Hello everyone, welcome to round 79 of the Flocking Geese's Mighty and Career Mode, and for the last time with the Flocking Geese, we are in Austria. Well, for F123 that is. Obviously we'll be back with F124. But yeah, something amazing happened during practice and qualifying. So you should be able to see it on screen. So during practice, the photo's not very good. First we came close to beating the official lap record around Austria's Red Bull Ring by Max Verstappen, which is a 1 minute 4.550. No, 391. But I did it in 0.550, which is close to Verstappen. And then I got the soft tyres on, and then I actually broke the record. Then I actually beat his lap time by around a quarter of a second. And then in qualifying, I actually beat it by a full second. 1 minute 3. I mean, yeah, okay, it's a video game, and it's not very, it's not real. It's more of a simulator, a racing game compared to real life. But it's an achievement in itself. From a lad in the West Midlands, with a factory from Longbridge, with a team that's all based in the West Midlands, made a car that can go 1 minute 3 around the Red Bull Ring. I mean, that's pretty good at it. Anyway, I'm getting sidetracked. So, we have a new rival, George Russell, and we are not the most dominant car on the field. In fact, we are 4th. Mercedes, Red Bull, and McLaren. Well, Red Bull have been dominant have been in front for a few races now, since Miami. But no, McLaren are now the most dominant car. They have the best vehicle. They have the best car apparently. But look, we have piston rings. So we just need the turbo size, the fuel technology, which is the 19th of July, 20th of July. Then it's the valve time, and it's the valve timing for August. So that's after the season break. And then it's just that, because after this, our car is already dangerous as on its own. But no, 79. So you got the Austrian sprint race, and then you got the Grand Prix. So we are mixed weather conditions for the sprint, part 1, and then the full 36-lap Grand Prix. So let's get on with it, shall we? Without wasting too much time, as I've already done.
Forget pit stops, forget fuel management. It's pedal to the metal all the way here as we get ready for today's sprint. Off the back of a fantastic qualifying session, it's time to see how our starting grid looks for today's sprint. Goose lines up on pole position, edging out Lando Norris, who'll start from P2. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Russell, Verstappen, Ocon, Perez, Sainz, Liam Lawson, Leclerc, Williams, Oscar Piastri, Stroll, Gasly, Albon, Bottas, Joe, Tsunoda, Sargent, Hauger, Teo Porcher, Magnussen, and Nick de Vries rounds off the grid. Which of these drivers will get pole position today? We will soon find out.
Alright, the Austrian sprint race, ladies and gentlemen, and we're off! There's a good start for the Goose there, the Mercedes and the Red Bull there. Oh, Ferrari's having a front there with Liam Lawson nearly knocking him off the track. It's 4 wide with Liam Lawson, the 2 Ferraris and the other one, the Red Bull, whoever that was at the back. But no, the Goose leads the way here with Lando, I think it's Lando Norris in the McLaren in 2nd place. Finally, McLaren getting their act together. So going to turn 3, bit wide there, bit deep there from the Goose here as we lead the race, well, the sprint race. 12 laps for the 50% session. So the Goose, then it's Lando Norris, then it's Russell, Verstappen, Ocon, Perez, Piastri, Leclerc, Sainz, and Liam Lawson. Boy, I think has he dropped or is he? I don't know. Williams and Stroll, Gasly, Bottas, Albon, Joe, Sargent, Snowder, Pocher, Hauger, Magnussen, and the untalented one at the back, Nick de Vries. But yeah, I need to work on my improvisation skill because it's not working, is it? Lap 2 now. That was an eventful, not really an eventful first lap. All a bit wide there off the out of turn 1, going into the fast turn 2, which is this. This is turn 2, just before the heavy braking zone. Into turn 3, which you want to absolutely nail, because if you don't, then oh, we got a retirement. And the Duracell battery on this Williams has run out of power, ladies and gentlemen. This is why you don't promote Duracell, because this is literally what will happen to your car. Observe. The Williams of Logan Sargent, retiring after just 1 lap and has run out of battery. That is a disaster. Moving on now, and we're on lap 7. Oh, Goose got off the track and then he lost it then. We got another retirement. Hey, Callum Williams, hello. Our former teammate, funny enough, from Season 1 and the first half of Season 2, ladies and gentlemen. Having a lovely time in that Aston Martin, and there's his teammate behind him, Lance Stroll, who's just passed him. And there goes the Mercedes powertrain on the Callum Williams' Aston Martin. And he's out the race. What you'd love to see. How's Aston Martin going for you? But then nothing happened after that, so crossing the crossing the final corners and crossing the checkered flag is the Goose, with a 4.5 second lead over the Mercedes of George Russell. I think it's Esteban Ocon, and winning our 4th sprint race here at Austria is the Goose. That's well done, Goose.
So let's have a look then at the drivers' standings. Goose increases their championship lead. With the sprint wrapped up, we now have our grid lineup for the big race tomorrow. Be sure to join us then for what will no doubt be a fantastic race.
So, that's the sprint wrapped and done with. Oh, yeah, no, Liam's not had a good, he missed out on the points, it's not good. 2 retirements, Callum Williams and Logan Sargent. But that is, I believe, our 4th sprint race won here at Austria, so that's 4 in a row now. The only sprint race we've not won at Austria was in F123. We lost out to Carlos Sainz, but it was a good sprint regardless. But anyway, that's part 1, and let's get on with the Grand Prix, shall we?
Good afternoon and welcome to Spielberg, and to a circuit that in one form or the other has held every Austrian Grand Prix in the championship except the very first back in 1964. It was at this race that John Watson lost a bet and his beard when he took Team Penske's only F1 victory in 1976. If anything, the stakes are even higher today, with 25 points available for victory and a crucial advantage in the championship fight. 700 metres above sea level, 10 corners and one of the shortest laps of the season. 2.6 miles with some good overtaking opportunities, but you've got to get the braking right into turn 1 and turn 3. It's time to take a look at our starting grid for today's race. Goose lines up on pole position, just ahead of George Russell, who starts this event from P2. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Norris, Ocon, Verstappen, Perez, Oscar Piastri, Leclerc, Liam Lawson, Sainz, Stroll, Gasly, Albon, Bottas, Joe, Hauger, Tsunoda, Teo Porcher, Magnussen, De Vries, Williams and Logan Sargent. Which of these talented drivers will come out on top today? Joining me for the Grand Prix once again is Anthony Davidson. Let's talk about Goose. What do you make of their performance so far this season?
It's been a really solid year so far. There have been some incredible standout performances, but what's really impressed me has been the consistency. With this kind of form, I'm expecting another great race today.
Now that's the sprint race over and done with, we can now focus on the Grand Prix itself, and we have a problem because one of the Mercedes is in P2 and we're off. It's a good start from the Goose here and the Mercedes. Liam did not get so well as he's struggling 3-way between a Ferrari and Aston Martin. Meanwhile, it's the Goose and George Russell up at the front here. The Red Bull holding the McLaren in the background there, but all eyes are on the Goose and Russell, whose rivalry seems to have ignited after season 3 Abu Dhabi. So it's the Goose, Russell, Norris, Verstappen, Ocon, Perez, Leclerc, Piastri, Stroll and Sainz. Lawson dropping to P11. Gasly, Bottas, Albon, Hauger, Magnussen, Joe, Tsunoda, Williams, Porcher, De Vries and Sargent. De Vries making, the Williams making 2 places. There's a good start from Callum Williams, who retired in the sprint race alongside Logan Sargent. Yeah. Again. Oh, bloody hell. Goose making a fine work out of this track with a 1 minute 3.5 in qualifying. An amazing lap time as you go into lap 2 down the first corner. We're 4 seconds ahead in lap 6 and we've got a safety car. He's off the track. What's going on here? Red flag. Red flag has been out. Red flag is out, people. Something has happened. Leclerc 15 seconds behind Perez. What the hell's gone on? We haven't even caused it. Okay, so this is Piastri. Oh, he spun. And is that Leclerc's car or is that Carlos Sainz? I can't tell. They've just ran into each other. And there's Lawson, our teammate behind us. Oh god, they've just collided into each other now. Everyone's just colliding into each other. The Haas, the Alfa Romeos, Alfa Tauris. No, the Williams have not collided into each other. But is he stuck? Piastri's stuck. He can't get out. His tyre's caught on that wall and he can't move. Okay, he can move now, but it's too late. Now we're on board with the Ferrari, and this is Charles Leclerc. So he was behind that. Oh, that's Piastri spun. No contact made. Well, don't just stand there. Move. Move. Where's? Oh, he's got to get a penalty for that because that's just blocking the track. He's got to get a penalty for this. Oh yeah, well done, Liam. That's just, yeah, penalty. That's Liam getting a 5-second penalty for crashing into making Charles Leclerc move. On board with Lance Stroll, who is behind our teammate, and yeah, he gets caught up in it as well. Jesus, this is what happens if you spin at turn 3. There goes the red flag. And on board with the Alfa Romeo, Valtteri Bottas making mincemeat of the Alpines, and then makes contact with Carlos Sainz as they fight try to get out of the red flag area. But that is horrendous chaos. What you like to see. And the restart happens on lap 8, ladies and gentlemen, and we're off again. The Goose gets a good start, and we are on the hard compound tyres. The hard tyres turn 1 has been cut clean with Russell. Literally, the Goose and Russell have left the entire field behind, and the rivalry has seemed to have ignited Once more, it's season 3 all over again. Goose, Russell, Ocon, Norris, Leclerc, Verstappen, Lawson P7, Perez P8, Stroll P9, Sainz P10, Joe and Bottas. Oh, we got a retirement! This is Albon. Already? Oh my god! He just went a few meters and the car just went... No. Ladies and gentlemen, the French manufacturer Alpine and their car surrendering at the first opportunity. Because that's what French cars do! What a restart for Alex Albon, eh? He pushed it so hard. Never mind. Not much for an opening lap, but Lawson has made up positions. Joe and Bottas, so the Alfa Romeos are somehow P11, P12. That's not gonna last. But on to lap 9. Yellow flag is there because of Albon retiring. Lap 26 now, and we are about to blue flag the Haas of Terre Porcher. I believe it is. It is. And there's Magnussen. Lap 28 now, and we are approaching the whereabouts of this is De Vries and Bottas. We're just approaching up to now. The DRS kicking in, overtaking Bottas, nice and smooth. Like, passing De Vries, literally like he was not even there, because you know De Vries. Further on in lap 28, we catch up with Logan Sargent. It was a better race than he did in the sprint, and we overtake him on the DRS zone into lap 29 and into turn 1, wide into turn 1. Lap 30 now. Sorry, I've still got a tickly throat. I have drank water, I promise. I do hydrate myself. I drink a lot of water a day. I have a 2-litre bottle, and it goes quickly. Just past the Williams there of Dennis Hauger. So we've passed Hauger, and he's in P15. Lap 31, and we are approaching Yuki Tsunoda, who's in P14. The actual proper talented AlphaTauri racing driver, unlike his teammate. And there we are, passing Yuki Tsunoda. And yeah, turn 3, nicely done. Ocon's 20 seconds behind us. This is insane. I'll tell you what else is insane. The fact that Pierre Gasly's P13 and we've just lapped him. We have lapped Pierre Gasly. Jesus. And then nothing happened after that. But for ladies and gentlemen, it's 5 in a row for the Goose, who for the 5th time in his career wins the Austrian Grand Prix. So that's a win in F123, when we first started Formula 1, and then every single Austrian Grand Prix since in F123, so all 4 seasonal wins here. So that's 5 in a row, just like in Spain. So just like in Spain, the Goose is unbeatable at Austria, and that is 34 points for the Goose and the Constructors' Championship, because Liam Lawson did get some points.
A hard-fought win today then, after a very difficult race. What do you think it was, Ant, that gave them the edge over the competition today?
I feel like consistency was probably the key today. There's being quick, and then there's being quick lap after lap after lap. If you can do that, you can capitalise on other people's errors without making many of your own. And that's an approach that can push you a long way up the field.
A show-stopping performance from the 3 drivers approaching the podium right now. It's been an interesting Grand Prix, that's for sure.
Oh, a little bit of the bubbly.
Let's see what effect this result has had on the drivers' standings. Goose increases their championship lead. Let's focus on driver of the day, Anthony Davidson. Who do you pick?
I have to give it to Goose.
It's time to check out the constructors' standings. The owner drivers team moved to the top of the table. I'm equal parts exhausted and elated with this weekend of Formula One. Be sure to join us for the next one.
Well, that was a race and a half, wasn't it? I mean, the sprint race was fairly straightforward, but then the actual race was just chaotic because we had a red flag. He got a 5-second penalty. Fortunately, he was 5 seconds ahead of Carlos Sainz, so he managed to get 2 points for the team. But no, another win. That's 5 in a row now at Austria, like with Spain, with the fastest lap as well. Amazing. Yeah, not much to say really. Thanks for watching. Take care. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe if you've enjoyed this. Don't forget to check out my other channel as well, Tico Sprinter. And we will see you. Holy shit. Okay. And we'll see you for round 80, which is at the Goose's home Grand Prix. It is also the home Grand Prix of George Russell and Lando Norris. We're heading to Silverstone for the Great British Grand Prix. Until then, bye for now.